Okay, in part 3, I'm just going to keep moving. I took my header and I actually added a height of 150. I added a top position of 180 pixels, so that's 180 from the top. It's down. Did the same thing with the left nav. I ended up changing this to so it's content instead of body. So I didn't think body was a good name given that there's a body tag. I thought it might throw people off. Looks like this footer's looking good. It looks like the footer doesn't have a pad, so I'm going to add padding 5 pixels. And I could definitely, play with this more if I wanted to, but you get the idea. I could even with the padding, if I wanted to, start playing with the font. So for instance, maybe I want to, let's do it this way. I'm going to delete this. Click on this. And then click this and click OK, because I want the full selection up here. And so maybe I want my font size for my footer to be something really small. Maybe something very subtle, like that. That looks good. So now I'm going to add a banner. So I'm going to put a banner in here just to illustrate that point. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to bring over fireworks here that I've been working on. I feel like Martha Stewart. I have my cake all made. So I just made a banner. I did it the 390 by 150, the size of my header tag. So I'm going to go ahead and save this as a ping. And while it's waiting, I'm going to create a folder. So I created a folder called images. I saved that in there. And now I'm going to go back to Dreamweaver. And I'm going to insert that in here. And I could use CSS and do it as a background image. I mean, that's the thing is there's not a hard rule that says you have to always use CSS or not. It really depends on what makes sense to you. I tend to do a lot of mixing match. Probably should add a long description right now. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hit pause while we wait. So this is what it looks like. I can see that there's a little space here, so usually I'll go to my split view and take a look at the code and see what's really going on there. Usually there's a break, but in this case it's actually that default text that Dreamweaver put in there. But I can also see there's always this little HTML, but let's hit that, let's hit save, and let's preview. And you can see it's looking good. So we're going to try to do two other things. Try to change the background image and do some stuff over here on the left with the links. So I'm going to hit pause and get that up ready. Alright, so I'm going to click on this body tag down here. I'm going to add a new CSS rule. I'm going to get rid of the paragraph and just hit body. And this should allow me just to redefine the background color. So perhaps I want to do just black. Hit OK, and just like that. So I'm going to pause this for a minute, save and preview. So you can see that that looks pretty good. So now I'm just going to do some last minute things with navigation and we'll be done with this basic tutorial. I have my left nav selected. I'm going to hit new rule. It's going to come up and I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to play with some of these basic things. So my font, let's say I want to set up an Arial, make sure, and just keep going down this list, and that looks good. And now let's do links. I'm gonna come back and have one more video on links. Thanks.